The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
For Penland, catch, shoot, three, up, and it swishes in. CP for three.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Rogers at the free throw line, kicks it out. Alvey into the left corner. Weichel three. Butter. Braylon Weichel flaming hot from the outside.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles in Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Fresh Ideas, good food is a powerful thing. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated coffee, fueling the Burt Carr Stadium press box. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Hello and welcome inside Holt Fieldhouse. Ryan Wilkes taking you through all your coverage this afternoon. It's a matchup between Carson-Newman and Lenoir-Rhyne to kick off the SAC schedule inside Holt Fieldhouse. Taking you through all your coverage. It's going to be a good one today. Carson-Newman and Lenoir-Rhyne. Last time these two teams matched up, it was a thriller in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. Carson-Newman won 60-57. It was a Braylon Weichel jump shot from the free throw line late that gave Carson-Newman the win, but Campbell Penland had 19 in that game. Lindsey Taylor with 12, and Michaela Alvey with 11. So a lot of Eagles back this year, but also a handful of Lenoir-Rhyne Bears returning to this squad. Lenoir-Rhyne coming off a 22-9 season, 16-4 in South Atlantic Conference play, and it's the 85th all-time meeting between Carson-Newman and Lenoir-Rhyne. The Eagles lead the tally 54-30. So these two teams picked atop the South Atlantic Conference. Carson-Newman up there with Lenoir-Rhyne, and the Bears picked to finish third. Got the same amount of first-place votes that the Eagles did. So it's a top-tier matchup to kick off the South Atlantic Conference slate. It's a busy day on the Eagles Sports Network. We'll have your coverage here. 2 o'clock tip. Then in Wingate, it's Carson-Newman battling for a SAC title against the Wingate Bulldogs. And at 4 o'clock, we'll have the Carson-Newman men taking on the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. So a busy day on the Eagles Sports Network. Hope you decide to stick around with us as we take you through all the coverage at many different locations. We're going to take a quick break. Then you'll hear from head women's basketball coach, Mike Mincy, on the other side here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Andrew Rogers back here on the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off as Carson-Newman begins its home regular season slate and conference play against Lenoir-Rhyne. Andrew Rogers now with the head coach of the Lady Eagles, Mike Mincy. Good opening weekend, a couple of good convincing blowout wins against Lander and Aiken. What's been the point of emphasis as you now get ready for conference play sooner, obviously, to get into conference play? What's been the point of emphasis leading up to this matchup?
Well, you know, it's obviously it's a familiar opponent, one that we played 3 times last year. Got to see them play in the same challenge that we were in this past weekend, and you know they played great on day 1, and then just got cold from the field on day 2. And I thought Lander played great, and you know ended up losing that game. But you know LR's got a different style than most. You know they've adopted whether they stay with it or not. You know they've adopted the zone for 40 minutes, and you know that causes lower possessions, and you know last year when we played them, you know all the games were played basically in the 60s on our part, and we held them to 57 twice in the 2 wins that we had against them. So it's just different. You know you're going to get potentially zoned from the baseline out of bounds plays, zoned in the half court, and you know we've been trying to improve our zone offense since the first time we went over there last year, and as we've watched film this week, there's been times where we've done much better against it, and then there's other times that we still need improvement.
You mentioned the zone, and that's what I'll ask here first, because you've got the film on it, you've seen it so often, especially with this group of players. What were things and what were ways that you guys effectively went against the zone, and then on the flip side, what were things that you didn't like as much that you want to see maybe cleaned up in a way, or more of the good from those games?
Well, you know, the weakest area that we found out of their zone was the middle of the floor. And, you know, when we went back and watched film at their place, you know, we did a terrible job of getting the ball to the middle of the floor, especially in that 5-point fourth quarter that we scored over there. We didn't have anybody able to put their head down and get into gaps and make 2-guard 1, didn't get it to the middle of the floor, and honestly did not have 5 active participants offensively against the zone. once we came back here, we did a little bit better job, scoring 64. And then once we got to the tournament, we didn't do great in the first half, but in the third quarter, fourth quarter, we did really well, you know. And when Matty Knuckles came in, Keely Rogers came in, we had 5 guys moving around and not standing, and we were able to, like I said, have 5 active participants on the offensive end of the ball, and I thought it made our offense flow better, and it made us a much tougher guard when we were able to get it inside, make quicker passes, a little bit dribble drive, and so, of course, then you got to make some shots on top of that.
Similar to you, 4 starters back for this Lenoir-Rhyne team, picked 3rd in the league. It tied you in first place votes as well, so a lot of high hopes, especially from the league members, for where they'll rank this year. Blakely Crooks leads that group. What makes her so hard to defend and really scout? You know what she wants to do, but she's still able to do it night in and night out.
Well, she's a 3-level scorer. I mean, she can shoot threes and make them at a consistent rate. Doesn't shoot a ton of them, but certainly when she does, she can make it. She's really great off the dribble, able to pull up jumpers at 15 feet or more. Certainly the type of kid that can back you down, whether it's off a straight up post up or just back you down and try to use footwork. You know, she had a great fourth quarter run against us last year in the tournament, where we just didn't do a good enough job guarding her. And then lo and behold, it was her that got the ball in her hand at the end, and Keely was guarding her and did a good job. She and Tori both got a little double team there and turned it over. But she's a fabulous player. That's why she's all conference, and she's always going to be a focal point of someone we got to stop.
All right, good luck in the home opener against the Bears.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's the head coach of the Lady Eagles, Mike Mincy. We're back for more after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopcneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopCNEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCNEagles.com.
All right, back here getting ready for tip-off from Holt Fieldhouse. Ryan Wilkes taking you through all the action here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman, Lenoir-Rhyne getting ready to roll to kick off this South Atlantic Conference schedule. And as Coach Mike Mincy mentioned on the pregame interview, it's a team that brings back a lot of talent. Talked about Blakely Crooks and her 3-level scoring ability and what she can bring to this team. Also bringing back Emily Harmon, a double-digit scorer from a year ago, and an impact transfer as well. UVA Wise's Sarah Burton making her way to LR for her sophomore campaign. And she looks to be an impact for LR this year. She provides a lot to this team. Played in 29 games last year. Started all of them for the UVA Wise Island Cavaliers. Averaged 12.5 points. Ranked 8th in the South Atlantic Conference in three-pointers with 60 three-pointers made. And ranked 15th in the SAC with 363 points. So she's quite talented. But the Eagles have a lot to provide as well. Carson-Newman coming in this one 2-0, ranked 14th and 7th in the national polls. Lenoir-Rhyne 1-1, went to the USC Aiken SAC Peach Belt crossover and won one game against Aiken and lost to Lander in the second game by 16 points. So should be a great one this afternoon to kick off the South Atlantic Conference schedule. These two teams battling it out once again. It was a thriller last year, and it looks like we will have another one in store today. We'll take a break and be back with tip-off here on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Saboreo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Saboreo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner and the Health Sciences Building. Saboreo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This
Braylon Weichel with a massive triple.
is Carson-Newman women's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tries to split two. Does. Shoots from the free throw line. Got it to go! And one! Weichel from the free throw line. Buried it.
Today's game is brought to you by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by ShopCNEagles.com, The Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, InterDigital, by Food City, Tri-Light, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, Ryan Wilkes taking you through all your coverage here this evening. We're getting ready to go between Carson-Newman and Lenoir-Rhyne here on the Eagles Sports Network. Starters being introduced as we speak. And then we'll be ready for basketball. Lenoir-Rhyne in the road maroons with the white lettering and numbering, and Carson-Newman in the home whites. Carson-Newman has four starters averaging double figures through two games. Jen Sullivan is averaging 21 a game. It's trying to figure out life after Braylon Weichel for Carson-Newman and Mike Mincy's squad, but Jen Sullivan has filled that role pretty excellently. 21 points, 2.5 rebounds per game, shooting 50% from the field. Campbell Penland averaging 14 a game, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists per game, and Lindsay Taylor with 13 a game, 9.5 rebounds, and she's shooting 66% from the field. Tori Rutherford getting a start as well. 11 points per game for her through two games, and she's has 4 steals through 2 games. So averaging 2 steals a game is Tori Rutherford, and that's what the Eagles will kind of look for today against a Lenoir-Rhyne team that likes to turn you over. LR is averaging 27 turnovers forced per game, second in the country, and third in the best scoring defense with just 58.5 points per game. So again, these two teams coming in for the first South Atlantic Conference Battle of the Year, 2 of the top teams in the preseason sack poll. Lenoir-Rhyne picked third. Carson-Newman picked up near the top as well. Eagles were 24-10 last year, 14-6 in conference play. Lenoir-Rhyne was 22-9, 16-4 in the sack. And talked about that thriller in the South Atlantic Conference tournament. Carson-Newman pulled it out, much thanks to that Braylon Weichel free throw line jumper late, but it was a lot of other producers as well. I mentioned Campbell Penland had 19. As we'll talk some starters for Lenoir-Rhyne, it's Sarah Burton, Tilda Lindstrom, Emily Harmon, Alexandra Merceron, and Blakely Crooks. For Carson-Newman, Emily Gonzalez, Jen Sullivan, Campbell Penland, Tori Rutherford, and Lindsay Taylor. Ready for tip, ready to throw it up at midcourt, and we'll get underway. It's Lindstrom and Taylor takes a tip. Tori Rutherford controls in the backcourt. Eagles moving left to right. Early pressure applied by the Bears. It's broken. Campbell Penland driving baseline. She kicks it back out. Jen Sullivan, a near wing three, and she knocks it down. Jen Sullivan for 3. She opens up the scoring. It's 3-0 Carson-Newman. Crooks in the backcourt feeds it over the timeline to Lindstrom, driving near side. She picks up her dribble, has to kick it back to the top for Harmon. Far side wing, it's Sarah Burton. She pulls it back out. Hand off to Lindstrom on the far side in front of the opposite side bleachers. Pass to the top for Emily Harmon. 13 to shoot, 9:25 to play. Carson-Newman leads 3-0. Crooks on the far side elbow. She'll turn and shoot. Off the back rim, no good. Penland collects a rebound, and Carson-Newman pushing the other direction. 9:18 in the moving clock, leading 3-0. Short corner, Emily Gonzalez collects. Top of the key, Campbell Penland inside to Lindsay Taylor. Rutherford driving baseline, and she missed a layup. Rebound corralled by Lindstrom. She pushes quickly. She's trapped. Kick back to the top for Crooks. Near side wing, Burton tries a triple off the far side rim. No good. Rutherford collects under 9 to play in the first half. 8:54 on a moving clock as Penland controls on the far side wing. Inside Taylor, kick back out. Sullivan tries another triple, and she's 2 for 2. 6-0 Carson-Newman with 8:43 to play off 2 Jen Sullivan triples as Merceron kicks it over the timeline to Emily Harmon. Harmon drives, tries a left wing jump shot, no good. Rebound collected by Penland. Eagles moving quickly now. Gonzalez driving baseline on Merceron, puts up the layup, and it's good. An 8-0 run for Carson-Newman out of the gates. And now a tipped pass. Merceron goes to collect, and Rutherford fouls Alexandra Merceron. A hot start for Carson-Newman. It's 8-0. 2 Jen Sullivan threes. And an Emily Gonzalez layup, and Carson-Newman is out of the gates hot inside Holt Fieldhouse. See the foul there on Rutherford as Lindstrom controls far side wing. Kick to the top. Burton, she thinks about a triple. Now drives inside. Merceron open for a layup, and she finishes. 8:10 in the moving clock. Carson-Newman's lead is 8-2 as Rutherford crosses the timeline. Feeds to Jen Sullivan on the near side wing. Back out. Campbell Penland thinks about 3. Now inside, it's tipped away, looking for Lindsay Taylor. Here comes Sarah Burton, 1-on-2. She'll kick back out to Emily Harmon. Harmon will reset. 25 to shoot for the Bears as a cross-court pass goes to Tilda Lindstrom. Thinks about a triple. Feeds it to the top. Harmon will try from 3. No good off the back iron. Tipped around. Lindstrom collects a rebound. Goes to the near side corner. Now into Merceron. Back to the basket. Kicks it back out. Harmon. Harmon drives with the right hand. No good. But a foul. I think this one's going to go on Lindsay Taylor. Signaling Emily Gonzalez. Gonzalez picks up the foul. That'll send Harmon in the line with 7:37 to go in the first quarter. Clock stopped as Harmon sets for the first of 2. First one no good off the front iron as Merceron trots back to the LR bench. 8-2 your scores. Harmon sets and shoots a second of 2 and knocks it down. 8-3 with 7:37 to play in the first quarter. Here comes Tori Rutherford for Carson-Newman. Been a good start for the Eagles. Kick far side wing for Campbell Penland. Penland dribbles to the top. 22 to shoot for the Eagles. Near side, it's Rutherford. She feeds in. Lindsay Taylor. Taylor back to the basket. Tries a left-hand hook shot. No good. Lindstrom collects the board. Here comes Tilda Lindstrom moving right to left. She drives down the lane. Has it deflected away. Looked like it might have went off her leg, but the signal is Lenoir-Rhyne basketball. 7:16. Clock is stopped. Carson-Newman's lead is 8-3. Here in about 52 minutes, Carson-Newman football will face off with Wingate. We'll keep you posted on that as inbounds pass goes to Merceron on the baseline. Now Burton bodies into Rutherford, backing her down, tries to kick out to Crooks. She retrieves it on the near side sideline. 14 to shoot, 7:08 to play. Harmon drives to the far side elbow, kick back to the free throw line for Crooks. One dribble, jump shot, no good off the iron, and Penland collects the board. Here comes Campbell Penland pushing quickly with 6:55 and a moving clock. Looking inside to Lindsay Taylor. Taylor backing down Crooks, tries it with the left hand, and she scores. Lindsay Taylor with her first bucket, and it's 10-3. 6:45 in a rolling clock. Carson-Newman out to a very solid start here in Holt Fieldhouse. It's tipped away at midcourt. Taylor collects in the backcourt and feeds off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez at the top of the key, kicks Sullivan. Sullivan another 3, no good. And rebound collected by Merceron. Jen Sullivan a bit of a heat check there. Couldn't knock it down as Sarah Burton pushes quickly the other way. Kick to the top for Alexandra Merceron. She drives, left-hand layup, goes off the glass, no good. Taylor with the rebound. Here comes Sullivan moving quickly. Pull-up free throw line, jump shot off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped around, collected by Taylor. Stick back, no good. Now down low, it's Rutherford. She'll try, no good. Taylor again, she's fouled. 3 chances for the Eagles on that possession, and Lindsay Taylor gets a pair of free throws out of it on the first foul on Blakely Crooks. Good fight inside by the Eagles as a pair of subs will come in. It's Maddie Knuckles and Michaela Alvey. Campbell Penland and Tori Rutherford head to the bench for a quick breather. Taylor at the line. Eagles lead 10-3 with 6:06 to play here in the first quarter. Sullivan leading the way for Carson-Newman has 6 of the 10 as we have a brief stoppage here. Not sure what the stoppage is for. Maybe trying to figure out who the foul was on. And now we're going to see an official review. We'll keep you right here. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all of your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. So a fast-paced start to this one. Carson-Newman is over his last 4 from the field, but has built a 7-point lead. Lenoir-Rhyne just 1 of 7 from the field. The only field goal coming on an Alexandra Merceron driving layup. And one other point from the line. It was an Emily Harmon free throw, but LR just shooting 14.3%.
Media timeout.
From the field. Carson-Newman's off to a good start, as I mentioned. It's a media timeout, but we'll still keep you right here. Not the under 5 quite yet. Carson-Newman shooting 4 of 10, 2 of 3 from 3. Both of the threes have come from Jen Sullivan. Lindsay Taylor has 2, as well as Emily Gonzalez. So we will take a quick break. On the other side, we'll be back with more Carson-Newman women's basketball here on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Saboreo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Saboreo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner and the Health Sciences Building. Saboreo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Back here at Holt Fieldhouse, first quarter underway. Carson-Newman's lead is 10-3 with 6:06 to play. Still in the media timeout after LR asked for a review. We'll see the result of that out of this timeout. But again, a busy day on the Eagle Sports Network. Adam Cavalier will have your call of the South Atlantic Conference Championship game. It's Carson-Newman and Wingate coming up in about 45 minutes down there in Wingate, North Carolina. Carson-Newman took the first game over the Bulldogs 31-28, and will be the rematch to decide who gets to take it all home. The South Atlantic Conference Championship game coming up at 3 o'clock, as we'll have a discussion here now at midcourt. Again, looked like Taylor was fouled. Maybe Lenoir-Rhyne thought it was a jump ball as Mike Mincy and head coach Graham Smith meet at midcourt. Talking a little bit about Graham Smith. 5th year with Lenoir-Rhyne, 64-47 overall record, and an excellent year last year, 22-9, 16-4 in South Atlantic Conference play. And these two teams battled it out quite a few times, and the challenge, as you hear, is unsuccessful. Lenoir-Rhyne charged a timeout as Lindsay Taylor, after a little bit of a break, will head to the line for 2. A chance to push the lead back to 9 for Carson-Newman for Lindsay Taylor. First free throw for Taylor is up and good. And it's 11-3 with 6:06 to play. Fans, the Mike Mincy post-game comments, when we have them, are brought to you by Modern Woman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. So look forward to that after today's game as Taylor knocks down the second free throw, 2 of 2 from the line, and it's 12-3 Carson-Newman. Merceron controls in the backcourt. Now it's Crooks. Feed to Merceron right in front of the scorer's table. Cross-court pass, Lindstrom in the far side corner, looking for an option as she feeds to the near side elbow for Crooks. Crooks back to the basket, kicks it back out Lindstrom. Harmon drives with 15 to shoot at the free throw line, kicks it back out Burton. Burton thinks about a triple, now drives on Sullivan, kick back out Harmon. Under 10 to shoot for the Bears. Short corner, it's Mershon. Mershon kick back out. Lindstrom tries a near wing three. Off the backboard in the rim, no good. Sullivan with the board. Jennifer Sullivan pushing quickly. 5:35 and a moving clock. Carson-Newman leads 12-3. Top of the key, it's Alvey. Free throw line for Taylor. Now short corner, Maddie Knuckles. Inside, Alvey tries a right-hand layup. No good, but she's fouled. Good ball movement by the Eagles. A little bit of inside out there to find Michaela Alvey knifing down the lane. And Alvey goes to the line for two. Alvey was high post, knife down the lane, and absorbed the contact as she puts up the first free throw, and it rattles home. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Alvey 2 from the line. Carson-Newman's lead is 11. It's 14-3 as Crooks feeds across the timeline, finds Merceron. 5:18 the moving clock as Merceron drives. Kick back out Harmon. Now Crooks kicks back out. Emily Harmon tries a triple. Off the far side rim, no good. The shooting struggles continue for the Bears here in this first quarter. Now Sullivan driving, tries to pass inside to Taylor, and it's tipped out of bounds. A 2-minute and 30-second scoring drought for Lenoir-Rhyne. Carson-Newman is in the midst of a 6-0 run, leading 14-3 with 5:03 to play. Gonzalez keys it into Alvey. Now kick far side, Knuckles. Inside for Taylor. Back to the basket, working on Crooks. Spin, left-hand shot is pure. Nice move by Lindsay Taylor for two, and Carson-Newman's lead has ballooned to 13. Now an errant pass. Knuckles takes it away near the timeline. Maddie Knuckles driving, tries a right hand, no good. Gonzalez there with the second chance. She puts it back in for two. 18-3 Carson-Newman. The Eagles are red hot out of the gates. Burton kicks near the timeline. 4:34 to play in a moving clock as Lindstrom controls in the far side corner. Now inside for Mershon, back to the basket, spins on Sullivan. Now Alvey is there with a double. Kick back out Burton. She tries a triple. That one swishes in. First triple for Lenoir-Rhyne, and it comes from the UVA Wise transfer, Sarah Burton. 18-6, 4:13 in the moving clock here in the first quarter. Top of the key, Gonzalez kicks inside Lindsay Taylor. Backdoor cut for Alvey. She has it knocked away. An Eagles turnover leads to an Emily Harmon fast break as she's moving the opposite direction. 4 minutes on the dot in the moving clock. Kick far side corner. Lindstrom a triple. That rattles home. Back-to-back threes for LR, and it's a 9-point game. 18-9, 3:50 in a moving clock as Sullivan controls on the near side wing. Kick to the free throw line, Taylor. Now back out Michaela Alvey. Inside Taylor, back to the basket, kick back out. Maddie Knuckles, a near wing three, no good off the front side of the rim. Alvey collects his second chance opportunity, kick back out. Sullivan tries a top of the key triple, and she switched it. 3 threes for Jennifer Sullivan, and it's 21-9. What a first quarter for Carson-Newman. Sullivan has 9 points to lead the way for Carson-Newman as soft pressure being applied in the backcourt. Kick to the top of the key, Harmon, far side corner. Lindstrom tries another triple off the far side rim, no good. Tipped around and out of bounds, and possession will go back to Carson-Newman.
Number 44, Abigail Johnson. Number 14.
Couple subs coming in. Abigail Johnson checks in. Tori Rutherford, Campbell Penland back in. And Madeline Ladd will check in for the first time. So a handful of subs for each side. Malia Hill checks in for the first time for Lenoir-Rhyne. And Carson-Newman will control in the backcourt. Leading by 12 here in the first quarter. 3:11 in a moving clock as Rutherford brings it across the timeline. What a start it's been for Carson-Newman here in its first game inside Holt Fieldhouse. Kick far side corner. Ladd lost it for a minute, but she gets it back. Now free throw line for Campbell Penland. Bounce pass down low. Johnson, and she finishes inside for two. Instant impact off the bench for Abigail Johnson, and Carson-Newman's lead back to 14. Hill in the backcourt looking for an option. Kicks it across the timeline for Crooks. Crooks back to the Carson-Newman logo for Malia Hill. Hill setting up the offense, 18 to shoot. As she backs down Rutherford, top of the key, now far side wing. Hill, top of the key, Burton. Burton thinks about a three, drives now on Ladd and Penland, has it deflected away. Alvey collects it. A turnover for Lenoir-Rhyne as Johnson brings it across the timeline. Near side wing, it's Campbell Penland. She has it deflected away out of bounds off of Emily Harmon as Carly Hayworth at the scorer's table will check in. Michaela Alvey heads to the bench. A lot of Eagles getting early minutes here in this one. The SAC opening contest between Carson-Newman and Lenoir-Rhyne. It's been all Eagles so far, 23-9. 2:15 to play as Johnson kicks it outside. Rutherford tries a triple, and she got it. Tori Rutherford cracks the score sheet for 3, and the Eagles lead to 17. Here comes Malia Hill. She lost it. Eagles wanted to carry. Kick back inside. Hill had it deflected away. Now Lindstrom collects. Far side wing kick for Emily Harmon. Harmon looking for an option down low. 15 to shoot. Crooks back to the basket working on Johnson. Now kick back out Malia Hill. 10 to shoot as Crooks controls in the far side short corner. Drives. Kick back out. Burton tries a triple, and it sandwiches in between the rim and the backboard. No good. Tipped out of bounds by Tilda Lindstrom. And Eagles regain possession. Another scoring run for Carson-Newman. It's an 8-0 run. Carson-Newman shooting a scorching hot 52.9% from the field, 66% from 3, 4 of 6 to start it. Far side wing kick. Campbell Penland. 1:33 in a moving clock here in the first quarter. Hayworth kick back out. Penland tries a deep triple, and she rattles it home. Campbell Penland from 3, and the Eagles have blown it open. It's 29-9. Lindstrom controls. She has it tipped away near the timeline. Now Emily Harmon is trapped. Floats it back to midcourt, and it's a backcourt violation on the Bears. The trap works to perfection, gets Emily Harmon to make an errant pass out of the trap, and Lindstrom wasn't quite across the timeline, and Carson-Newman gets possession back. And I'm sure you can't ask for much of a better start to this ball game if you're head coach Mike Mincy. Haven't let Lenoir-Rhyne get into what they want to do. As kick near side for Rutherford. Now Johnson tries a mid-range jump shot from the left block, and she nailed it. 31-9 Carson-Newman. Johnson has 4 off the bench, and we're at a minute to play here in the first quarter. Harmon to the timeline for Malia Hill. Hill working off Rutherford. Now drives inside. Knocked off her course. Kick back outside for Lindstrom. 49 seconds left to play. Harmon tries a deep 3. Rattles around. Touches the top of the backboard. No good. And out of bounds. Carson-Newman gets possession back. Handful of subs coming in for the Bears. It's Vanessa Jurwitz, Gabby Bush, and Sophia Mendez to check in. 40 seconds to play in a moving clock as Hayworth takes it across the timeline, working left to right. All right, Hayworth looking for an option. She picked it up at the top of the key, 18 to shoot. Now Penland, far side wing 3, no good. Hill collects a long rebound, and the shot clock's turned off. LR will look for a good last possession. Bush, top of the key, driving, kick back out Lindstrom, far side corner 3. She tries it, rattles off the rim, no good. Penland collects, 18 to play in the first quarter. Carson-Newman has possession back. Far side kick for Hayworth. She'll pull it back out and let Carson-Newman get the last shot of this first quarter. 5 to shoot. Hayworth controls, kick inside. Ladd tries a free throw line. Jumper rattles around and finds the bottom of the bucket. Madeline Ladd beats the first quarter buzzer, and Carson-Newman dominates in the first frame of action. It's 33-9 as we'll take a break and be back with the second quarter. Carson-Newman looking to pick up right where it left off here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Back here at Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman dominates the first frame of action. A 33-point outburst for the Eagles to take a 24-point advantage before the second frame of action even gets underway. No Eagles in double-digit scoring yet, but it's been so spread out. It's really impressive for Carson-Newman. You look at Jen Sullivan, she leads the way with 9. Lindsay Taylor has 6. Emily Gonzalez with 4. A couple Eagles, Penland and Rutherford with 3 apiece. Abigail Johnson has 4 off the bench. And Madeline Ladd, right before the buzzer, cashed in 2 of her own. There's only been 2 Eagles that haven't cracked the score sheet yet. It's Carly Hayworth and Maddie Knuckles, but other than that, it's been excellent for Carson-Newman. Lenoir-Rhyne controls out of the quarter break as Hill kicks far side for Juckwitz. Now back to the top. Far side kick from Aaliyah Hill. Now looking for an option. Down low, it's Bush driving on Taylor. Bush tries a right-hand hook shot, no good. Taylor collects the board. Here comes Jen Sullivan after a 9-point first quarter. She'll kick in the short corner. Gonzalez tries a jump shot, but she walked with it.
Bears ball.
33-9, 9:36 to play here in this second quarter. As we'll reset the floor here in a minute. Sophia Mendez out there with Gabby Bush, Vanessa Juckwitz, and Malia Hill as it's tipped away by Carson-Newman and out of bounds. Jerwitz in the game with Bush, Mendez, Hill, and Lindstrom. And Carson-Newman, Rutherford, Gonzalez, Taylor, Sullivan, and Penland. Far side, it's Jerwitz. She drives on Jen Sullivan, turns around, tries a right wing hook shot, no good. Penland collects the board. 9:20 in a moving clock as Sullivan pushes it across the timeline. Sullivan pulls it back to the top of the key. Mendez defending now. Far side kick for Penland. Now inside Taylor. And Lindsay Taylor walked with it. Back-to-back travels for Carson-Newman, and the ball goes back to the Bears. Some unforced turnovers from the Eagles on what would have been otherwise good looks inside. Maybe giving the Bears a little bit of a break here in the second quarter. Mendez controls. Jerwitz has it tipped away by Sullivan. She tries to feed it inside Rutherford. Rutherford somehow comes out of the pack with the basketball, and Carson-Newman controls possession. Kick, far side corner for Sullivan is tipped away and out of play. And the Eagles retain possession. Alexandra Merceron checks back in. Tilda Lindstrom will get a breather for the first time this afternoon. As Carson-Newman controls on the far sideline, it's Jen Sullivan to key it in. She finds Rutherford far side wing. Now kick to the top, Campbell Penland, 17 to shoot for the Eagles. Bounce pass near side corner, Sullivan. She looks inside for Taylor. Now driving baseline, Sullivan looks for an option, kicks it back out to the wing for Penland. Penland drives, finds Taylor inside, right hand layup is good. What a find by Campbell Penland. Lindsay Taylor behind the defense, sticks it in for 2, and it's 35-9. 8:31 in a moving clock as Bush controls in the backcourt. Now Jerwitz across the timeline, driving baseline on Sullivan, leaves it off Merceron, floats it home for 2. 35-11 your score. Carson-Newman out in front with 8:20 in a moving clock. Here in the second quarter, kick back out Penland from Taylor. She'll drive to the free throw line. Penland working her way inside, kicks it back out Sullivan, far side corner. Rutherford tries a 3, off the rim, no good. Taylor collects a second chance rebound and sticks it back home with the left hand. Lindsay Taylor for 2. And now a cross-court pass to Malia Hill. She feeds it off Bush. Bush driving inside, finishes on the far baseline. And it's 37-13. Good transition by the Bears. Eagles working the other way quickly. Taylor tries a left-hand layup. It's good, and she's fouled. Lenoir-Rhyne did not get back on defense, and Taylor made them pay. It's 39-13, and Taylor's going to go to the line for one more.
Taylor at the line, shooting 1.
12 points for Lindsay Taylor, looking for number 13 at the charity stripe. As she puts it up, no good off the back iron. Rebound tipped around, and it'll go out of bounds. Who to go off of? It went off Lenoir-Rhyne. Carson-Newman gets possession back, looking for maybe a 4 or 5 point possession. Here with 7:45 to play in the second quarter. 39-13 your score as kick goes far wing for Gonzalez. Now Sullivan pulls it back out. Kick to the top. Gonzalez working on Mendez. 13 to shoot for Gonzalez and the Eagles. Far side wing, it's Penland. She tries a 3, back rim, no good. Tipped around by Rutherford. Again working on the glass. Penland had it for a second. Now a lot of contact at midcourt between Merceron and Penland. Who'd the foul go on? Going to be a little discussion here. It looked like Penland was just trying to get out of the way. And the foul's going to go on Lenoir-Rhyne. Graham Smith did not like that call. A lot of arm tangling near midcourt between Penland and Merceron, and the foul goes to the Bears, number 23. Penland will inbound right in front of the scorer's table. 7:29 to play. Carson-Newman's lead is 26. It's been a hot start for Carson-Newman. Lindsay Taylor leads the way with 12. She has it at the free throw line. Feeds baseline. Gonzalez tries a reverse layup. No good. It's tipped around, and a over-the-back call on Lindsay Taylor. Looking at the scoring a little bit, talked about how spread out it is for the Eagles. Taylor has 12. Sullivan has 9. Gonzalez with 4. Rutherford and Penland with 3 apiece. the starters total so far, as Jurwitz controls in the backcourt, feeds to Bush across the timeline. She's trapped, bounce pass to Malia Hill, and the Bears break the pressure. Hill tries a mid-range jump shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rutherford collects a rebound, working quickly left to right, feeds off Sullivan far wing. Sullivan working on Hill. To the corner, Rutherford tries another triple. Tori got it. Rattled it home. Tori Rutherford has 6. It's her second 3. Mendez collects, brings it across the timeline as Carson-Newman's lead balloons to 29. Merceron tries a mid-range jump shot, back iron, no good. Taylor with the board. Here comes Campbell Penland looking for Tori Rutherford down the court. Kick back out, Gonzalez, a pump fake, kick back out. Penland, she'll try a near-wing triple. Back iron, no good. Looked good, but Penland couldn't get it to fall. A hair too strong as Jurwitz controls in the backcourt. 6:30 in a moving clock. Carson-Newman's lead is 42-13. As Jurwitz gets a screen at the top from Bush, drives down low, right-hand layup is good.
2-point basket, good from number 5, Vanessa Jurowicz.
Vanessa Jurwitz for 2, and it's 42-15. Rutherford top of the key, kicks the free throw line for Lindsey Taylor. Now back out to the top, now back inside Lindsey Taylor, tries to turn around, hook shot, and she rattled it home. Lindsey Taylor for 2. She has dominated the start of this one. 14 points for Taylor to lead all scorers. As kick across the timeline goes for Malia Hill. Hill pulls it back out. Looking to reset. 22 to shoot for the Bears. 5:50 to play here in the second quarter. Screen from Bush. Hill goes to the top. Looking for an option. Kicks it back out. Jurwitz. 12 to shoot for the Bears. Screen by Merceron. Jurwitz tries a deep 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound tipped around. Jurwitz gets her own miss. Looking inside from Merceron. She had it tipped away. Collected. Now Rutherford fouls from the deck, and Taylor ripped the ball away from Alexandra Merceron. A couple of subs set to check in for both sides. Looks like Crooks and Harmon at the scorer's table. Alvy Hayworth and Maddie Knuckles will check in. Rutherford, Gonzalez, and Penland head to the bench. Bush checks out for Lenoir-Rhyne, as does Malia Hill. 5:30 to play, 20 to shoot for the Bears on the inbound, 44-15. Carson-Newman with the decisive advantage so far. Mendez looking for an inbounds pass, finds Crooks in the far corner. Kick back to the top, Mendez. 17 to shoot for the Bears. Crooks sets a screen top of the key. Mendez gets it back to Merceron. 10 to shoot for Lenoir-Rhyne. Merceron looking for an option, drives on Knuckles. She's stopped by Maddie Knuckles, and this is travel. Good defense by Maddie Knuckles. Showed the referee her hands, and Merceron tumbled to the deck. 5:13 to play. Carson-Newman's lead is 29, 44-15. You're on the Eagle Sports Network as a brief stoppage. Not sure what for, but looks like we're getting ready to get back underway as Knuckles will inbound to Hayworth on the far baseline. 5:12 in the moving clock as Madeline Ladd comes to the scorer's table. She'll get set to check in. Media break upcoming with 5:07 in the moving clock as Taylor controls at the free throw line. Kick back out Hayworth. She'll try a triple. Rattles around, no good. Rebound tipped around, collected by Mendez. Here comes Mendez across the timeline, driving Jurwitz down the baseline. Right-hand layup is good. 44-17 as Jurwitz gets another bucket, and Hayworth quickly moves across the timeline left to right. 4:47 moving clock. We'll have a stoppage on the next whistle. Top of the key, it's Sullivan. Free throw line for Lindsey Taylor. Taylor tries to turn around jump shot off the far side rim, no good. Knuckles collects the board. Her turnaround shot's no good, and the rebound grabbed by Crooks. Here comes Mendez across the timeline for LR. Far side kick for Jurwitz. Free throw line extended for Merceron. She drives to the left hand and finishes over top of Lindsey Taylor. 44-19 your score. A little bit of a spurt for the Bears as Sullivan controls on the near wing. Hayworth top of the key. Kick back out Sullivan. Now free throw line for Taylor. Kick back out Knuckles. Alvy was looking for Knuckles. She tried a backdoor cut, but it finds Hayworth. 15 to shoot for Carson-Newman. Sullivan top of the key, working on Mendez. Jen Sullivan pulls it out. 10 to shoot for Carson-Newman. Alvy far side corner triple. Back iron no good. Taylor with the second chance board. Sticks it back, but she's fouled. Shot no good, but Taylor will go to the line. This will bring us to the second quarter media timeout. We'll take a break. Carson-Newman leads 44-19 with 3:55 to play in the first half. We'll be right back here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back here at Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman controls mightily early, shooting 50% from the field, 17 of 34 to be exact. Lindsey Taylor leads the Eagles with 14, and she'll have a chance for two more at the line out of the break. LR does not have a double-digit scorer yet. It's Alexandra Merceron who leads the way with 6 points. As Taylor heads to the free throw line, LR just shooting 8 of 26 from the field in the early going. Taylor takes a couple of bounces. First free throw up, and it rattles in. 45-19 with 3:55 to go in this first half. Stick around for the halftime show. We'll talk about this first half, get you caught up on some SAC scoreboard updates as Taylor swishes home the second. In comes Abigail Johnson. She'll take the place of Taylor, who leads all scorers with 16 here in this first half. As Jurwitz will inbound on the near side baseline. Kick into Blakely Crooks. Jurwitz controls in the backcourt. Eagles applying some soft pressure as Crooks gets it over the timeline. Bounce pass back out to Jurwitz. Another sub in for Lenoir-Rhyne. It's Jada Glass to check in as Crooks controls at the top of the key. Handoff Glass. Glass working on Knuckles. Jada Glass drives, has it tipped away by Hayworth. Now kick back out Jurwitz. 8 to shoot. She'll try a mid-range jump shot. Top of the backboard. No good. Johnson with the board. Here comes Madeline Ladd. Near side kick, Hayworth thinks about a triple. Now dribbles it back to the top. Carly Hayworth defended tightly. The pass is tipped away by Glass and out of play. And the Eagles will retain possession. Sarah Burton checks back in for the Bears. 3:20 to play here in this first half. Carson-Newman's lead is 27, 46-19. And the Eagles have 20 seconds to shoot. Hayworth at the top of the key. 15 to shoot, kicks it to Alvey at the top. Now Ladd tries a free throw line jump shot, front rim no good. Rebound tipped right to Maddie Knuckles. Eagles get possession back. Carly Hayworth will pull it back out with 15 to shoot. Picks up her dribble at the top of the key, kick to the free throw line for Knuckles. Now back out for Alvey. 10 to shoot for the Eagles as Hayworth has it at the top. 7 to shoot for Carson-Newman. Hayworth tries a deep three, and she swished it home. Carly Hayworth on the score sheet with a NBA range three. And it's 49-19. 2:45 in the moving clock as Glass controls at midcourt. Had it tipped away from Hayworth. She picked her pocket. Kick up floor for Knuckles, and she rattles it home. Defense to offense. Carly Hayworth making an impact, and it's 51-19. Hayworth again in the passing lane, but she fouls Sarah Burton with 2:29 to play in the second quarter. As Emily Harmon at the table, she'll check back in. And Burton will key it in on the far side. What an outburst it's been from Carson-Newman. Already halfway to the century mark, and still 2.5 minutes left to play in this first half. It's 51-19 as Glass feeds Lindstrom top of the key. Now Burton near side controls, give off to Harmon. Harmon working on Carly Hayworth at the top, kick to Crooks. She'll try a triple, and it's an air ball. Didn't catch anything out of the hand of Blakely Crooks. And Carson-Newman regains possession. 2:12 in the moving clock as Hayworth controls in the backcourt for the Eagles. Hayworth works it across the timeline. Picks up her dribble top of the key, feeds inside Alvey. Now down low for Johnson. Right-hand layup is good. High-low work from Michaela Alvey to Abigail Johnson, and Carson-Newman's lead is 34. Here's Hayworth on the defensive end. She pokes it away. Can't get it to it in time, but Carly Hayworth has been active in passing lanes this afternoon. Carson-Newman lead is 53-19, 1:51 to play as Burton gets it in the backcourt, trying to cross over on Carly Hayworth and get him to cross the timeline. She does. Burton, handoff to Crooks. Crooks driving on Knuckles, far baseline. Crooks picks it up, kick back out Burton. Hayworth tightly defending with 10 to shoot. Burton drives inside, had it tipped away, but she was fouled. Burton will go to the line for two. Nice drive by pretty high impact transfer from UVA Wise, who's one of the better players in the conference. A year ago, she averaged 12.5 a game and was a marksman from three. She'll put up the first one at the free throw line and switch it home. Carson-Newman again shooting 52.6%. Lenoir-Rhyne has picked it up a little bit in the second quarter, shooting 42%. The second free throw from Burton rattles home. But just 29% overall, 8-28 from the field for the Bears as Carson-Newman has built a 32-point lead, 53-21 with a minute and 30 to play. Moving clock. Hayworth picks it up top of the key, feeds near side for Ladd. Hayworth looking for an option, kicks it back to Ladd. Ladd will try near side triple. It rattles around, no good. Rebound tipped around, and a foul will go on Michaela Alvey.
Carson-Newman foul called on
Alvey chasing after the board.
Her first, team's fifth.
And it's a fifth team foul. That'll lead to 2 shots for the Bears. Tilda Lindstrom heads to the line.
11, Tilda Lindstrom.
And it's been all Carson-Newman throughout this one. We'll talk about it at the break. Eagles started off on an 8-0 run and never really looked back. It's been all Carson-Newman as Lindstrom swishes home the first free throw. Carson-Newman has also created more chances at the line. The Eagles 6 of 7 from the free throw line. The Bears now 5 of 6. As Hayworth brings it across the timeline. 1:14 in the moving clock. 53-23. Eagles out in front. Knuckles feeds it far side corner for Michaela Alvey. Now Knuckles back to the top of the key. Inside Johnson. She tries a free throw line jump shot. Back rim no good. Burton grabs the board. She's moving quickly in the opposite direction. Sarah Burton at the top of the key. Looking inside, finds Crooks, who pushes home. A little push shot inside, and it's a 28-point game. Hayworth across the timeline, 53-25. Carson-Newman, 45 seconds in the moving clock as Knuckles controls top of the key. Now Michaela Alvey back out for Maddie Knuckles. Look inside for Madeline Ladd. Pass tipped away and corralled by Crooks. Here comes Emily Harmon across the timeline, 34 seconds in the moving clock. Carson-Newman's lead is 53-25. Top of the key, Tilda Lindstrom working on Johnson. Kick back out. Harmon tries a deep triple, and she swished it. 53-28, a little burst at the end of this second quarter for the Bears to try and give them some momentum heading in the break as Hayworth will hold for the last shot. 15 to shoot for Carson-Newman. Shot clock is turned off as Hayworth gets signals from head coach Mike Mincy with 5 to shoot. Hayworth working near side wing, kick to the top for Madeline Ladd. Ladd back outside Hayworth, 1 to shoot. Hayworth is going to have to pull it from deep. She does, but it's after the horn. She swished it, but it's not going to count.
No basket.
53-28, Carson-Newman holds the lead at the halftime break. It's been all Eagles. We'll talk about it on the other side, get you caught up on some action and see what Carson-Newman football is looking like. Getting going in about 18 minutes. We'll talk about all of that on the other side here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials from pens to phone chargers are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's that time. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the shopcneagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Euro step in the lane, shot up off glass. It falls in for Keely Rogers.
Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Back here for the halftime report. Ryan Wilkes with you, taking through all the action of the SAC opening matchup between Carson-Newman and Lenoir-Rhyne. 53-28. Carson-Newman absolutely dominates the first 20 minutes of play. All Carson-Newman, taking a look at the first quarter, I mean, runs of 8, 10, and 15. All in the first quarter for Carson-Newman. That led to a 33-9 advantage at the end of the first. I mean, that's kind of hard to believe just looking at it. An 8-0 run to start the game, broken up by a Mercer on layup and a Harmon free throw to make it 8-3. Then Carson-Newman scored the next 10, capitalized by an Emily Gonzalez layup. LR scored the next 6 to get within 9. Then Carson-Newman ended the quarter on a 15-0 run to lead 33-9. Taking a look at the second quarter. Again, it was all Carson-Newman. A little bit more back and forth in the second frame. Not too many huge runs. Carson-Newman did have a 9-point run, but Lenoir-Rhyne kind of canceled that out with a 9-0 run at the end of the first half to keep it a 25-point game. So wouldn't necessarily say Lenoir-Rhyne is within striking distance, but it has tightened things up just a little bit heading into the break, especially because it has a little bit of momentum. But we'll talk some scoring summaries for Carson-Newman. The Eagles are led by Lindsey Taylor this afternoon. Taylor has 16 points to lead the way. Jen Sullivan got out to a hot start, hit 3 threes in the first quarter. She's cooled off a little bit, finished the half with 9. No other Eagles in double digits, but everybody who has played has scored. Madeline Ladd has 2, Maddie Knuckles with 2. Abigail Johnson has been a huge impact off the bench with 6. Michaela Alvey added 2. Carly Hayworth had a WNBA range 3 all the way back behind the far side wing. That was a great sequence for Carson-Newman. She's also been very active defensively. She has 3 assists, has picked up 2 fouls, but she has a steal that led to a bucket. Emily Gonzalez has added 4. Campbell Penland with a quiet 3, and Tori Rutherford has 6. So a lot of different people contributing today. Carson-Newman has 15 points off the bench, 22 points in the paint, 8 points off turnovers. They turned over the Bears 7 times, 14 second chance points. Also a highlight for Carson-Newman, and 10 offensive rebounds. Pretty much everywhere you look statistically, it's been Carson-Newman's day, leading by 25 at the break against a team that was picked to finish 3rd in the South Atlantic Conference. And not much more you can ask if your head coach Mike Mincy coming out in front of a pleasant home crowd this afternoon to produce at a high level the Eagles have. For the Bears, it's been Alexa Mercer on the face away. She has 6. 2 other Bears with 5, Tilda Lindstrom and Sarah Burton. Emily Harmon has added 4. Blakely Crooks, who's one of the big impact players for Lenoir-Rhyne, has had a quiet 2. Vanessa Jurwitz has 4. Jada Glass played a couple minutes, did not score. Gabby Bush has 2. Malia Hill and Sophia Mendez are yet to score. 6 bench points, all to speak of, for Lenoir-Rhyne through the first half of play. Only 1 second chance point. I think that's been the big difference here this afternoon. Carson-Newman in double digits on second chance points and only 3 offensive rebounds for Lenoir-Rhyne. So the Bears not really creating extra opportunities. Carson-Newman has shot 10 more shots. That's kind of the telling factor in this one and what Carson-Newman has been able to capitalize on. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we will take a look at the Shop Seeing Eagles sack scoreboard here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931. A check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network. If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman bookstore.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Back here on the halftime report, Ryan Wilkes with you here on the Eagle Sports Network as Carson-Newman leads Lenoir-Rhyne 53-28 at the break. About 6 minutes till we get going with the third quarter. This is the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard update. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at ShopCNEagles.com. ShopCNEagles.com features more than 1,100 products, from t-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So a handful of games going on in the SAC this afternoon. Actually, Carson-Newman Lenoir-Rhyne is the only true SAC matchup. A couple non-conference games underway. Virginia Union on top of Emory and Henry at the break. It's 36-34. Mars Hill on top of North Greenville, 42-33. That second half is getting ready to get underway. One game of note really is Tusculum and USC Aiken. Again, Carson-Newman dominated Aiken at the SAC Peach Belt crossover, scored over 100 points against Aiken. Tusculum leads by 14 at the start of the third quarter, so a bit of a rough start for Aiken as they will likely start 0-3 to start the season. Another couple games set to get underway. King and UVA have started, don't have any live sets on that. Anderson and Belmont Abbey will square off at 3 o'clock, and Newberry and Georgia College at 5:30. Keep an eye on Carson-Newman football. We'll keep you updated on that throughout the second half. That game is set to get underway in about 7 minutes in Wingate, North Carolina. Carson-Newman looking to secure a South Atlantic Conference championship under first-year head coach Ashley Ingram. So we'll keep you posted on that. Certainly exciting. A big day here around Mossy Creek. Got 2 basketball games. This one's at halftime. We'll have the men coming up shortly after, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. We'll take one more break. On the other side, we will close out the halftime report and get you ready for the second half of play here on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Saboreo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Saboreo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner and the Health Sciences Building. Saboreo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, loses her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, three from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back here at Holt Fieldhouse, getting ready to go for half number 2. Carson-Newman dominates the first half of play. 53-28 your score, but LR went on a little 9-0 scoring run to end the first half and pull this thing just a little bit closer. Maybe looking to build on that momentum after the break. Eagles have led wire to wire, have not trailed in this one. Started the game off on an 8-0 run. Talked about those 3 different lengthened scoring runs for Carson-Newman that had kind of sustained the Eagles throughout the first half. It was really the quick start, a 33-9 start. Carson-Newman, led by 24, has increased that lead by a singular point in the second quarter. As the clock rolling towards a minute, we'll get ready for the second half of play. Decent crowd on hand today to watch this one. The energy around Carson-Newman Athletics has been really, really high lately. Again, we'll keep an eye on Carson-Newman football getting ready to kick off against Wingate. Second time the Eagles will play the Bulldogs this year, and this one is for all the marbles, at least in the conference. Carson-Newman looking to secure a South Atlantic Conference title in its first year under head coach Ashley Ingram. It's been an interesting year for Carson-Newman to implement a new offense and try and get things rolling, and the Eagles have done an excellent job in doing so. Also today will play a big role in seeing what will happen for the Eagles' postseason chances. So we'll keep an eye on that, keep an eye on that game as we head throughout this second half. But for now, Carson-Newman, Lenoir-Rhyne set to take the court for the second half of play. I'm assuming the Eagles will roll with the starters. Lenoir-Rhyne will likely do the same, but if there's any changes, we'll be sure to let you know. It looks like Mercer on, Burton, Lindstrom, Harmon, and Crooks out there for Lenoir-Rhyne. Carson-Newman's yet to break the huddle, but that's a 5 for the Bears. He's starting 5 as we get ready for the second half. 10 minutes on the clock. Again, thank you for joining me this afternoon. Doubleheader, first doubleheader of the season here inside Holt Fieldhouse. And it's going to be a fun year of Carson-Newman basketball. The Eagles ranked 14th in one poll, 7th in the other. And off to a good start this year. It is Penland, Rutherford, Sullivan, Taylor, and Gonzalez out there for Carson-Newman to start this second half of play. Rutherford brings it across the timeline, hands off to Campbell Penland, top of the key. Penland feeds far side for Sullivan. Sullivan inside, Taylor at the free throw line. Kick back out. Gonzalez, 19 to shoot. Gonzalez drives to the elbow, kicks inside. Taylor, right hand layup, rolls home. Lindsay Taylor for 2. She's up to 18 points, leading Carson-Newman throughout this one. 55-28, Carson-Newman opens the score in the second half. Cross-court pass to Lindstrom across the timeline. Looking for an option. She picks up at the top of the key. Handoff Harmon. 19 to shoot, 9:27 on the moving clock. Early in this second half. Give off to Burton, 12 to shoot. For the UVA Wise transfer, Sarah Burton. Burton looking inside for Crooks, feeds it inside. Back to the basket, Crooks working on Penland. Crooks, turnaround jump shot, rattles around, no good. Taylor secures the board for Carson-Newman. Here comes Tori Rutherford across the timeline. Kick to Campbell Penland, near side wing. Penland drives down the lane. She's tripped up, and she's fouled. Penland winces a little bit, but gets up just fine. And Carson-Newman
Lenoir-Rhyne foul.
retains possession.
Harmon,
Taking a look at Lindsay Taylor's stat line, she has 18 and 8. So nearing double-double watch for Lindsay Taylor. She needs 2 rebounds to secure that mark as Rutherford will key it in on the near baseline. Kick out to Emily Gonzalez, 22 to shoot for the Eagles. Inside for Penland, she turns for an option. Now finds Sullivan outside, top of the key, 3, and she banged it home. Jen Sullivan, her 4th 3, and Carson-Newman's lead is back out to 30, 58-28. As Burton controls in the backcourt. Now to Malia Hill. Emily Harmon crosses the timeline, tries to go behind the back, has it taken away. Campbell Penland pushing quickly the opposite direction. Penland pulls up, pulls it back out, look inside for Gonzalez. Gonzalez pirouetting in the paint. So kick it back out Penland. Penland tries a deep 3 and she swished it. Campbell Penland snaps the strings and Carson-Newman has scored the first 8 points here in the second half. It's 61-28. With 8:20 in the moving clock. Harmon tries to kick it. Sullivan takes it away. Back-to-back turnovers forced by the Eagles. Jen Sullivan bounce pass down low. Tori Rutherford's layup is good. Another extended run for Carson-Newman. It's 63-28 with 8:06 to play. Harmon trapped. She gets the pass out, and she's fouled by Penland and Sullivan. I think it was called on Jen Sullivan as Malia Hill will check back in. Lenoir-Rhyne just looking to stop the bleeding. It was 25 at the break. The deficit for Carson-Newman is out to 35. Its largest lead of the day as the Eagles score the first 10 points of this second half. Kick to the top for Blakely Crooks. Looks for a handoff to Lindstrom. Lindstrom top of the key. Kick to Alexandra Merceron. Merceron spins on Taylor. Turnaround jump shot. Back rim no good. Rebound collected by Taylor. That's her 9th. 18-9 for Lindsay Taylor. She pushes it the other way. Handoff to Sullivan top of the key. Sullivan lost it, gets it back, tries to pull up, jump shot, back rim, no good. Rebound by Blakely Crooks. Crooks working quickly. Bears moving left to right in this second half. 7:32 and a moving clock. Carson-Newman's lead is 63-28. Merceron back to the basket, drives on Penland, kick back out. Tilda Lindstrom, far corner. Lindstrom drives, handoff Crooks. Now a foul called on the pass. It's going to be Emily Gonzalez to pick it up. And LR retains possession.
Carson-Newman foul called on number 22, Emily Gonzalez. Her first team
First
second.
for Gonzalez as a pass keyed into Crooks near side elbow. Crooks dribbles around Penland, drives inside, layup no good, but a foul. 3 fouls on this possession for the Eagles, and this time it'll be a shooting foul. That will send Crooks to the line. First on Penland as Crooks head to the free throw line. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your CN debit card and show your Eagles pride as Crooks swishes home the first free throw. One update I want to let you know about after the game. Check our social medias for post-game comments from Mike Mincy and likely a player of the game this afternoon as Crooks swishes home the second to make it 63-30. Rutherford working quickly, kicks to the far corner. Sullivan wide open to catch triple, rattles around, no good. Taylor fighting for the board and a foul on the floor. Taylor was undercut, I believe, by Sarah Burton down low. That's her first. And the second team foul here in the second half. Rutherford to throw it in from the far baseline. Rutherford looking for an option, kicks it out Penland. Penland thinks about a 3, dribbles to the free throw line extended, now driving inside, right-hand layup, rattles home. Campbell Penland squeaked through the double team, and she scores at 65-30, Carson-Newman. Burton gets it across the timeline. Merceron driving, free throw line, tries to pull up Jane. She banked it home.
Good number 23, Alexandra Merceron.
Rutherford gets it in, now kick up the floor to Taylor. The left-hand layup is good. Transition for Carson-Newman. Rutherford working quickly, finds Taylor leaking out, and Lindsay Taylor has 20. Now a near side pass for Tilda Lindstrom. Rutherford tipped it away, and it goes out of bounds. Here comes Gabby Bush back in the game. Checking in for Blakely Crooks. You can see the Bears just look exhausted this afternoon. Carson-Newman has really ramped up this Bears offense. And the Bears defense only allowing 57 points per game. Eagles have already exceeded that early in the second half. Lindstrom top of the key. 17 to shoot. Gives it up for Sarah Burton. Burton driving on Penland. Near the baseline, puts her back to the basket, trying to back down. Campbell Penland has it taken away by Taylor, and it's a jump ball. The double from Taylor, she tied it up, and Lenoir-Rhyne keeps possession. 67-32 your score, 6:23 to play in the third. As clock stopped, a little discussion between officials. You can stick around. Tyler Katz will have your call around 4 o'clock. It's looking like we're on a pretty good pace to tip that game off around the 4 p.m. mark. It's Carson-Newman LR on the men's side. It's a foul call before the inbounds pass. Emily Gonzalez picks up her second.
Foul called on number 22, Emily Gonzalez. Her third.
Actually, that is her third personal foul. As Lenoir-Rhyne keeps possession on the near baseline. Burton to key it in. Feeds at the top of the key. Bush. Bush hands off Burton. Burton working on Sullivan. Double team comes. It's deflected away, but Bush retains possession. Mercer driving. She's fouled while shooting. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul on Campbell Penland. As Michaela Alvey quickly checks in. She'll relieve Emily Gonzalez, who heads to the bench with 3. Lindsay Taylor, as I mentioned, up to 20 points, 9 rebounds. 4 of those have been on the offensive glass. Looks well on her way to a double-double. 67-32 as Merceron puts up the first of 2 and it swishes home. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Second free throw from Merceron. Off the front rim, no good. Penland corrals aboard. And the Eagles push the other way. 67-33 with 6:11 in the moving clock. Pass inside, Lindsay Taylor. Left-hand layup is good. Lindsay Taylor decisive once she gets the basketball and puts it up with the left. She has 22 points. Bush at the top of the key across the timeline, driving on Penland. Barreled over her, and that's an offensive foul. Actually, I think it's going to be a travel call on Bush, not an offensive foul. Nonetheless, Carson-Newman gets possession back on kind of an awkward drive from Gabby Bush. Backcourt, it's Penland. Penland finds Rutherford far sideline. Now Rutherford up the floor to Jen Sullivan. Sullivan tries to pull up jump shot. It's no good. Rebound tipped around, corralled by Burton. Here comes Sarah Burton down the far sideline. She'll kick back out Lindstrom. Lindstrom inside to Merceron. Merceron drives on Penland. Right-hand scoop shot. Finds the bottom of the bucket. 69-35 with 5:34 in a moving clock. Rutherford working quickly. Finds Sullivan on the baseline. She's fouled by Bush. Bush thought she got all ball. But Jen Sullivan will head to the line for 2 free throws. 5:29 to play. Media timeout coming shortly. It's been a fast-paced third quarter so far. The Eagles have a 35-point lead as Sullivan swishes home the first. Jen Sullivan into double figures. She has 12. That's her second free throw. Hits every part of the rim and falls. 4 of 9 shooting from Sullivan. 4 of 6 from 3. All her made buckets have been from 3. She has 14 points on the afternoon. Burton top of the key. Working on Tori Rutherford. Give back out Bush. Bush tries the left wing triple, and she switched it.
3-point basket.
Gabby Bush for 3, and it's 71-38. Alvey working quickly. A blocking foul call on the far side. Didn't have my eyes on that one. It was after the pass. Burton fell over on contact from Tori Rutherford, and she picks up the personal. 5:12 to play. 71-38. Carson-Newman with the convincing advantage. It's been all Eagles through this one. Rutherford across the timeline. 5:07 in the moving clock. Penland feeds. Now looking for Taylor down low is Alvey. Taylor spins, shoots, scores. Lindsay Taylor has been unstoppable. 24-9, 9 of 12 from the field. As Hill kicks it up to Lindstrom. Lindstrom open on the wing. She'll drive it in. Give it inside Bush. Bush tries a turnaround hook shot. Back rim no good. That's Lindsay Taylor's 10th rebound. And she has a double-double. Errant pass up the floor, though, and is taken away by Burton. Mercer on in the backcourt. Bounce pass is taken away by Rutherford. Here comes Tori Rutherford looking for somebody. Didn't have the numbers. Kicks it back out to Taylor. Top of the key, Tori Rutherford with 24 to shoot and 4:30 in a moving clock. Next whistle will get a media. Sullivan works at the top of the key, 18 to shoot for Carson-Newman. Feed inside Taylor. Taylor finds herself open, but she pushed off on the pass and an offensive foul called on Lindsay Taylor. Nonetheless, Taylor double-double for Lindsay, 24 and 10, and there's plenty of time left to play. We'll see what she and the Eagles can do the rest of the way. On the other side, we'll take a brief media timeout and be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community, the safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC. Member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, it'll be Lenoir-Rhyne ball at the timeout. 73-38 your score. 4:22 to play in this third quarter. Lindsay Taylor and Jen Sullivan combined are tied with Lenoir-Rhyne. 38 points between the two, 24 for Taylor, 14 for Sullivan, as Lenoir-Rhyne will inbound on the far baseline. Taylor and Sullivan, the only Eagles in double figures, but it's really helped Carson-Newman pace the way. Mercer on the backcourt, gives off to Lindstrom, tipped away by Pentland and out of bounds. Good defense by Campbell Pentland on the far side. LR forced to reset near the midcourt stripe. 4:16 to play in the third quarter. The pass goes into Malia Hill. Hill bringing it across the timeline. Hill looking for an option, defended tightly by Caroline Hill, who checks in for the first time. Give off to Burton, top of the key. Jen Sullivan defending tightly. Burton steps back, now drives on Sullivan. Kick back out. Lindstrom tries a near corner three, and she swished it.
Basket good, number 11.
73-41 is Tota Lindstrom. That's a three. Sullivan has it tipped away by Hill, and it will stay with Carson-Newman on the far sideline with 3:55 to play in the third quarter. 73-41 your score. What a start it's been. First game inside Holt Fieldhouse for Mike Mincy and his revamped 2024-25 squad. Sullivan on the far wing, setting up the offense, 15 to shoot. Top of the key, Campbell Pentland, now near side wing. It's Michaela Alvey. Taylor, top of the key, kick back out Hill. Hill driving baseline. A lot of contact inside. Was she fouled? Yes, she was. And Caroline Hill will go to the free throw line.
Foul called on number 15, Gabby Bush.
Gabby Bush picks up the personal. It's her third as Crooks checks back in. Merceron will head to the bench.
Two free throws.
Two free throws for Caroline Hill at the line. First free throw up and good. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics official online store, shopseeaneagles.com. Shopseeaneagles.com features more than 1,100 products from t-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopseeaneagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Two free throws for Hill, both swish. And it's 75-41, 3:28 in the moving clock as Hill controls in the backcourt. Kick across the timeline to Crooks. Crooks, top of the key, back out to the Carson-Newman logo for Malia Hill. 18 to shoot for the Bears as Hill controls. Bounce pass at the free throw line extended for Crooks. Crooks working on Alvey. Back to the basket with 10 to shoot. Back out. Sarah Burton open for three, and she swishes it home.
3-point pass.
A left wing triple for Sarah Burton, and it's 75-44. Backcourt, it's Campbell Pentland. Kick up to Caroline Hill. Hill wide open on the far side wing. Her catch triple, no good. Alvey, second chance. Sticks it back in on the tip. Michaela Alvey for two, and it's 77-44. Malia Hill pulls it back out. Caroline Hill tightly defending. A couple Eagles coming in the scorers table ready to check in. 77-44, 2:36 in the moving clock as Crooks is doubled, and she's fouled, I believe, by Lindsay Taylor.
Carson-Newman
Taylor picks up the foul, and it will send Crooks to the line for two. Third foul for Lindsay Taylor. That's all that can stop her today is a little bit of foul trouble as Knuckles and Hayworth check back in. Penland and Sullivan head the bench. Now here comes Abigail Johnson. She'll check in for Lindsay Taylor as Taylor greeted by a round of applause from the home crowd. Crooks steps to the line for first of two. It's up and good. Update from Wingate. Carson-Newman 3 and out on its first drive. Wingate has possession. 12:43 to play in the first quarter. No score. Second free throw from Crooks. Swishes home, and it's a 31-point ball game. Hayworth controls. She's pressured tightly by Hill. Hayworth crossing over on Hill. Has to get it over. She'll feed it up the floor to Caroline Hill. Now Knuckles driving down the lane. Kick back out Caroline Hill. Catch triple. Off the rim, no good. Rebound corralled by Tilda Lindstrom. And she'll push quickly the other direction. Lindstrom at midcourt. She walked with it. Picked up her dribble. Took too many steps.
Checking in for Lenoir-Rhyne, number 5, Vanessa Jurwitz.
Here's Vanessa Jurwitz to check in. Madeline Ladd at the scorer's table as well. She'll check in for Michaela Alvey. 2:15 to play, third quarter. Carson-Newman empties its bench for the end of this quarter. It's Hayworth, Knuckles, Johnson, Hill, and Ladd. Hayworth top of the key. Screen from Johnson. She'll try a deep triple. Back rim, no good. Johnson, rebound. Turns around, shoots, gets it blocked by Bush. And Bush corrals a rebound. Under 2 to play, 1:59 in the moving clock. Carson-Newman leads 77-46. Bush back to the basket, pulls it back out. Abigail Johnson defending. Now handoff to Malia Hill, 19 to shoot for the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. Hayworth defending. Give off to Harmon near side, 10 to shoot. Harmon pull up jump shot. Back rim no good. Long rebound goes to Jurwitz. And the kick back out to Harmon. Lenoir-Rhyne resets. Bush near side wing thinks about 3. Now she'll pull it. And it's no good. Glancing off the far side of the rim. Hayworth, nice box out. And it goes out of bounds. A hustle play for Carly Hayworth. As now we have a quick discussion between officials. Lenoir-Rhyne thought they should have kept possession. Carson-Newman thought it was theirs, and it was. Good box out by Hayworth. She controls in the backcourt. 1:23 in a moving clock. 77-46. Eagles in front. Here in the home opener at Holt Fieldhouse. Top of the key, Johnson gives off Madeline Ladd. Ladd feeds off Knuckles. Knuckles thinks about a triple. Now drives it inside. Kick back out Madeline Ladd. Ladd out to Knuckles. Knuckles corner 3. No good. And it's tipped out of bounds. It'll go off Harmon.
Out of bounds.
They're going to say went off Madeline Ladd. So 1:04 to play. Clock is stopped. As the Bears will try and break the pressure. Harmon gives in to Jurwitz. Jurwitz pressured by Hill. Now Harmon, she's trapped. Floating pass finds Malia Hill near side. 55 on the game clock, 19 on the shot clock, and a rolling clock here in the third quarter. Carson-Newman leads Lenoir-Rhyne by 31. Jurwitz controls top of the key. She'll drive on Madeline Ladd. She's knocked off her course. Now she'll go right back to it. Tries a reverse layup, and she scoops it home. Vanessa Jurwitz impressive off the bench. A crafty reverse layup falls. Slight separation between game clock and shot clock. About 5 seconds as Ladd controls on the near wing. Kick to the top for Johnson. Now into Madeline Ladd. She's knocked off her course. Has to pull it back out. Top of the key, Caroline Hill. Hill driving past the free throw line. Scoop shot layup. No good. Rebound by Knuckles. Reverse layup for Knuckles. Finds the bottom of the cup. 79-48. Shot clock turned off as it's deflected away. Hayworth hustling after it, and it's a tie-up. Carson-Newman gets possession back. Carly Hayworth with some hustle play on the near side. 7 seconds on the game clock. 79-48. Carson-Newman, the Eagles, will get the last opportunity here in the third quarter. Ladd looking for a pass. Top of the key, Caroline Hill. 5 to shoot. Hill driving. Pull up. Kicks it back out. Hayworth. A deep triple for Carly Hayworth. Rattles around. No good. Not a bad-looking shot from Carly Hayworth. Can't get it to fall, but nonetheless, Carson-Newman with a 31-point lead, 79-48. We'll take a break. Be back with the last frame of action here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, fourth quarter of play set to get underway. The Eagles convincingly out in front again for post-game comments. Follow along on CN_Eagles on Twitter, Carson-Newman Athletics on Facebook, and CN_Eagles on Instagram for some post-game comments from Mike Mincy, and whoever he decides the player of the game should be. I think I have a pretty good idea of who it will be. Lindsey Taylor with 24 and 10. She's been excellent. So likely going to hear from Lindsey Taylor at the end of this one as Carson-Newman's lead over Lenoir-Rhyne is 79-48. Malia Hill on the front court, crossing over on Tori Rutherford. Starters back out there for Carson-Newman. Same for Lenoir-Rhyne outside of Gabby Bush and Vanessa Jerwitz. Inside for Blakely Crooks. Kick back out Bush. She'll try a near wing triple and swishes it home.
3-point basket's good for Gabby
79-51. Carson-Newman as Sullivan brings it across the timeline. Jen Sullivan working far side wing. She's defended by Jerwitz. Sullivan crosses over, drives baseline, tries to give it up for Taylor, and it's taken away. Here comes Gabby Bush. Bush driving quickly, kicks it back out. Is it tipped? No, it was not. An errant pass by Gabby Bush results in a Lenoir-Rhyne turnover. That's been an issue for the Bears today. The turnovers have been costly at times for Lenoir-Rhyne this afternoon. Rutherford crosses the timeline. She'll pull it back out. Kick to the top, Sullivan. Now Emily Gonzalez. Near side wing, it's Campbell Penland. Kick to the top, Lindsey Taylor. Far side, Emily Gonzalez finds Taylor. 12 to shoot for Carson-Newman. 9:05 to play. Sullivan will try near wing three and rattle it home. Sullivan for three. She has 17. All 5 of her makes have been from long range. 5 of 7 from 3 for the Tennessee Tech transfer. With 8:51 in a moving clock as Hill hands off top of the key. Blakely Crooks. Crooks a bounce pass. Free throw line extended for Bush, and now a foul called on Carson-Newman. It's Emily Gonzalez with the foul.
Number 22, Emily Gonzalez.
Big point of emphasis here in this stat column. Carson-Newman
Timeout, Lenoir-Rhyne.
has only turned the ball over 7 times today. That has not really been the case for the Eagles, or for the Bears defense especially, forcing 27 turnovers per game. So that's been a big highlight for Carson-Newman. We'll take a quick break right with both teams and be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back out of the timeout, Campbell Penland picks up a foul on the inbound as Emily Harmon looks to key it in. Finds Blakely Crooks a near corner. Now right back to Harmon. She'll try a triple and swish it home.
3-point basket, number 20.
Emily Harmon from 3. And it's a 28-point game, 82-54. Carson-Newman leads Lenoir-Rhyne here on the Eagles Sports Network as Penland working the other way. Penland crosses over, tries a scoop shot inside. Knocked off her course, no good. Jerwitz collects the board. She's doubled, but gets it back. Jerwitz driving down on Sullivan. Sullivan tried to absorb some contact. Nice Euro from Vanessa Jerwitz for 2. 82-56, 8:15 in the moving clock here in the second half. As Rutherford pushes quickly, finds Sullivan, far wing 3. Sullivan missed everything. Gonzalez gets a second chance, kicks it back out, but Crooks takes it away. Here comes Bush, pushing quickly the other way. Backing down Rutherford, lots of contact inside, and an offensive foul. Shouldered into Tori Rutherford. Rutherford took it on the chest. She's trying to collect her breath a little bit on the near baseline. Penland to key it in for Carson-Newman. Eagles with the decisive advantage here in the fourth quarter. Update from Wingate. The Bulldogs take a 3-0 lead on their first drive of the game. As Wingate leads 3-0. Sullivan, top of the key, 19 to shoot. Crosses over on Jurwitz, now drives inside. Looks for Taylor. Taylor backing down Bush. She's doubled. Kick back out Sullivan. Top of the key, Penland. Penland thinks about a 3. Now kicks it inside. Rutherford backdoor cut. She lays it in. What a find from Campbell Penland. A no-look to Tori Rutherford down low. And it's 84-56. Top of the key, Bush. Now another timeout.
Timeout, Lenoir-Rhyne.
Burned by Graham Smith and Lenoir-Rhyne. So we'll have a timeout on the floor. It's a 30, so we'll keep it right here. Talking about some of the stats for Carson-Newman. Jen Sullivan's up to 17 on the evening. 5 of 11 from the field, 5 of 7 from 3. So all those points have come from three-point land. All the Eagles have been effective today. Every Eagle has scored. Caroline Hill with 2. Both of them coming from the line. Madeline Ladd, has 2. Maddie Knuckles has 4. Hayworth with 3. Albee with 4. So bench points have been a big highlight for Carson-Newman. 21 bench points, 40 points in the paint, 16 points off turnovers. Again, the Eagles have only turned it over 7 times against the Lenoir-Rhyne defense that through 2 games is averaging 27 turnovers forced per game. Carson-Newman on the other end has forced 14 turnovers, so turning the Bears over at a pretty extensive clip. It's been an impressive afternoon and really exciting for a packed Holt Fieldhouse. Not quite packed to the brim, obviously. There's a lot going on today, but good crowd to witness the home opener for Carson-Newman women's basketball. It's an impressive one to speak of as Malia Hill will key it in on the near sideline. Crooks receives the inbound. Now back out to Hill. Hill, top of the key, looking for an option. Finds Gabby Bush, 15 to shoot for the Bears. Bush driving, feeds inside Crooks. Crooks turns around on Penland. She's fouled going up, and Blakely Crooks will go to the line for 2. 84-56, 7:13 to play. As Blakely Crooks heads to the free throw line. Fourth on Penland.
Shooting 2, Blakely Crooks.
As Crooks steps to the free throw line. Couple bounces for Crooks. She puts up the first free throw and it swishes home. Hey, Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pizza for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Second free throw for Crooks. Swishes home, and it's 84-59. 7:12 in a moving clock. 84-58 as Gonzalez has in the far corner. Gonzalez driving, kicks back out. Albee in the corner, drives baseline. Floater off the rim, no good. Bush with the rebound as Gabby Bush will push quickly the other direction. Albee on her heels. Bush driving down the lane. Euro step, no good, over top of Abigail Johnson. Albee collects a board. Here comes Michaela Albee, bounce pass far side for Emily Gonzalez. Gonzalez driving, kick back out. Sullivan, top of the key, triple, she got it. Jen Sullivan from 3, her 6'3", and she has 20. It's been the tandem of Sullivan and Taylor. That's combined for 44, the Eagles 87 points. Handoff to Jurwitz, top of the key. Sullivan defending with 15 to shoot. 6:23 in the moving clock here in the second half as Crooks tries the left wing 3, no good. Rebound corralled by Jen Sullivan. She'll push the other way for Carson-Newman. Sullivan, what a home debut for her. First home game without Braylon Weichel, the program's all-time leading scorer, as Sullivan drives to the free throw line. Kick back out, Campbell Penland. Penland tries a far wing triple, no good. Rebound corralled by Abigail Johnson. Now Albee far side wing triple. Rattle around, no good. Rebound tipped around, corralled by Gabby Bush. 5:54 in a moving clock as Malia Hill brings it across the timeline. Carson-Newman's lead is 29 over Lenoir-Rhyne, 87-58 here in the second half. As Hill works off Sullivan, kick to Gabby Bush. Gabby Bush tries a near wing triple, and she got it.
Three-point basket, number 15, Gabby Bush.
Talking about Jen Sullivan, her impact of this team, filling a big pair of shoes with Braylon Michael gone. She's done an excellent job so far, averaging 21 a game, and that average likely to go up. Pass tipped away by Gabby Bush. She finds Blakely Crooks moving the other way. Now kick to the top. Bush controls, driving on Abigail Johnson. Back to the basket. Kick back out. Crooks posting up Penland down low. Right hand layup is good. 87-63 with 5:13 in a moving clock. Carson-Newman still in control of this one, but Lenoir-Rhyne making a little push here near the end. Sullivan, top of the key, makes a move on Hill. Driving, looking baseline for Gonzalez. Right-hand layup by Gonzalez on the opposite side of the basket. No good, but she collects her own miss, puts it back up. No good. Alvey tries again, and she's fouled. Eagles active on the boards, and that will send Michaela Alvey to the free throw line. Couple of subs check in. Callie McMahon will check in for the first time. Caroline Hill back in the game as Gonzalez and Penland exit. Harmon and Crooks out in favor of Mendez and Merceron as Alvey heads to the free throw line. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services as Alvey knocks down the first free throw. Contact Carson-Newman men's basketball alumnus Taylor Hawkins at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman to help secure your family's financial future. Second free throw no good as a pass across the timeline to Malia Hill. 4:50 in a moving clock. 88-63 Carson-Newman. It's been all Eagles here in the home opener at Holt Fieldhouse. Free throw line extended for Merceron. Now Jurwitz driving on Hill. Jurwitz inside, looks inside for Merceron. Merceron kick back out. Mendez, far wing three, back rim no good. Long rebound goes right to Alexandra Merceron, who drives on Johnson. She is stonewalled and called for a travel.
Traveling violation.
Abigail Johnson, hands up. Again, showing the referee your hands does a lot as Merceron gets off the hardwood. Graham Smith was asking for a foul. Might have had a case there, but Johnson, again, showed her hands. Can't ask for much more if you're head coach Mike Mincy. Sullivan brings it across the timeline for the Eagles. Sullivan gets a screen from Johnson. Free throw line extended, driving inside on Jurwitz. Inside for Alvey, now finds Johnson down low, and Gabby Bush knocked it away. She corrals the defensive rebound, and now works across the timeline. Michaela Alvey, 4:08 to play. Carson-Newman's lead is 25. Mendez, defended by Hill, gets a screen from Bush, and they're going to call a check foul on Caroline Hill.
Carson-Newman foul called on number 12.
Foul called on Hill.
Her first.
LR will keep possession with 4 minutes on the dot. And the Bears will have it on the far sideline. Maddie Knuckles set to check in for the Eagles. We'll see who she comes in to get. Might be it for Lindsay Taylor, but what a game it was for her.
Maddie Knuckles.
As Knuckles checks in for Johnson. Update from Wingate. 6-0 Bulldogs as Wingate gets another field goal on its second possession. 5:24 to play in the second quarter. Carson-Newman trails by 6. Eagles lead by 25 here inside Holt Fieldhouse as Hill kicks far side for Mendez. Mendez driving on Hill towards the baseline. Kick back out Malia Hill. Tries the top of the key triple. She got it. Good offensive set for Lenoir-Rhyne. Got an open look for Malia Hill. Her real first impact on this game as Sullivan brings it across the timeline. Carson-Newman's lead is 88-66. She tries a mid-range J. It's blocked. Taken away by Gabby Bush. Bush pushing quickly the other way. Now top of the key. Jurwitz will try a triple. Back rim no good. Rebound corralled by Maddie Knuckles. Here comes Jen Sullivan down the far sideline. 3:21 in the moving clock. Carson-Newman's lead is 22. Callie McMahon, far side short corner jump shot. Finds about bottom of the net. 90 points for the Eagles. Third consecutive game to start the year where the Eagles have scored 90 or more points as Merceron drives down. Back to the basket. She double dribbled. As Hayworth and Ladd will check in. But what an impressive start it's been for the Eagles. 90 points against Lander, 103 against Aiken. And here today, 90 points with 3:04 left to play. Resetting the floor for Carson-Newman. It's Knuckles, Hayworth, McMahon, Hill, and Ladd. Hayworth top of the key, working around Jurwitz, handoff to Maddie Knuckles. McMahon asking for it at the top of the key, but Knuckles is going to drive with it and scoop it home with the right hand. Maddie Knuckles for 2, and the lead is back out to 26. Timeout Lenoir-Rhyne with 2:43 to play. See if it's a 30 or a full. for Coach Graham Smith. He's going to call a full timeout. Carson-Newman's lead sits at 26. We'll keep it right here for the time being. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals the Lakeway region can offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. It's Carson-Newman, busy day, not only here in Mossy Creek, but over in Wingate, North Carolina. Just told you what the updated score was. Not sure if that's changed or not. We'll check back in right now while we have a second. I think Carson-Newman looking for a South Atlantic Conference title under first-year head coach Ashley Ingram, but trying to beat Wingate twice is not an easy thing to do. Wingate, one of the better teams in the country, ranked 19th. Carson-Newman holds the 18th spot in the Division II football rankings as Carson-Newman set to punt for the third consecutive possession. The Eagles have not really been able to find it offensively quite yet. Wingate with 2 field goals on its first 2 possessions. The Eagles set to go 3 and out with 5:17 to play in the first frame of action, but still a lot of time left in that one. And Carson-Newman has battled from behind before. The Eagles trailed by 17 at Mars Hill and trailed late at Catawba and won both those games. So we'll see what the Eagles can do this afternoon as Malia Hill will key it in on the near side. 2:42 in a moving clock. Carson-Newman's lead is 26, 92-66 over Lenoir-Rhyne. Mendez feed inside for Gabby Bush. Bush muscling down Maddie Knuckles. She's fouled. She sticks it home for 2.
Basket's good from number 15,
Good
Gabby
move
Bush.
from Gabby Bush. Not much finesse. She just backed down Maddie Knuckles and got her in the air and finished through the arm. 92-68 as Bush steps to the line for one more. The and one free throw is up and good. Here comes Carly Hayworth across the timeline. As the handoff goes to Madeline Ladd. 20 to shoot for Carson-Newman, 2:22 in a moving clock. Give to Hayworth, top of the key. Hayworth working off at Maddie Knuckles' screen, top of the key, 14 to shoot. 2:14 in a moving clock, far side kick for Callie McMahon. Now give to Caroline Hill. Hill back to the basket, driving inside on Jerwitz, and she walked with it. 2:07 to play. LR will get possession back. They can stick with us. After this game, we'll have a abbreviated Domino's post-game report. We'll talk some stats and get you updated on the happenings around the league before Tyler Katz calls the men's game. It's coming up 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one as Bush controls at the free throw line, driving on Knuckles. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound corralled by Callie McMahon. Strong rebound for McMahon as Knuckles pushes across midcourt. 92-69 with 1:45 to play. Backdoor cut from Hill. She tries the reverse layup, and it rolls off the front of the iron. No good. Ladd corrals a long rebound and pulls it back out. McMahon, far wing, will feed it to Hayworth at the top. 14 to shoot, 1:30 to play in a moving clock. Hayworth working on Mendez. Kick to the corner. McMahon tries a mid-range jumper. Front rim no good. Rebound tipped around and grabbed by Merceron. Merceron pushing across the timeline with 1:20 in a moving clock. Driving down low. Right-hand layup no good, but McMahon slapped her across the wrist. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Carson-Newman foul called to number 3, Callie McMahon. Her first.
So again, stay put. We'll have a fun one coming up between Carson-Newman and Lenoir-Rhyne on the men's floor. As Merceron steps to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is up and good. So 92-70. Carson-Newman leads Lenoir-Rhyne here on the Eagle Sports Network. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Wherever you may be listening or watching from, I do greatly appreciate it. Second free throw rattles around, front rim no good. Knuckles corrals the board, gives off to Hayworth. Carly Hayworth pushing across the timeline near the far side wing for Caroline Hill. Top of the key, Madeline Ladd. Ladd finds Hayworth, dribbles around, thinks about a triple now, feed inside for McMahon. Now give off Ladd. Ladd driving, tries to pull up jump shot, rattles around, no good. Rebound by Bush. 58 seconds to play in a moving clock. Carson-Newman leads by 22, 92-70 as Mendez controls on the near wing, driving inside, tries a left-hand shot, rattles around, no good. Rebound tipped around. McMahon fighting for it, but it's going to be Merceron to come out of the pack with it, and she'll lay it up and in. 92-72 with 42 seconds in the moving clock as Ladd crosses the timeline. She'll hand off for Caroline Hill, and the Eagles will pull it out and reset. 23 to shoot with 34 seconds in the moving clock. 92-72. It's been all Eagles all day long. Hayworth will try a deep three. Back rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, and it will stay with Carson-Newman. 25 seconds, 25.2 to be exact, on the game clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock, so 5.2 second shot clock, game clock differential. As Hayworth looks for an inbounds pass, kicks it all the way to the top for Ladd. Ladd thinks about a deep triple, but peruses around the top of the key. 15 to shoot. Hayworth takes one dribble. She has it taken away by Malia Hill. Hill driving down the other way and has it knocked away by Carly Hayworth.
Bears ball.
Nice hustle by Hayworth after a turnover to get back on defense with 13.6 on the game clock. And the shot clock turned off. Carson-Newman's going to win this one. Again, check into our social medias for post-game comments from Mike Mincy and whoever the Food City player of the game is. Has 10 to shoot. Jurowitz controls top of the key, tries to find Mendez. Hill tried to jump the passing lane. It's tipped around by Hayworth. And possession will go back to Carson-Newman. Have to assume the Eagles will dribble out the clock and be content with a 20-point win to open South Atlantic Conference play. Hayworth corrals it in the backcourt. She'll slowly dribble it across the timeline, and that will do it. 92-72. Carson-Newman dominates at home. Lindsay Taylor leads the way. Jen Sullivan added 20 or more as well. And Carson-Newman closes this thing out. 92-72. The Eagles improve to 3-0 and 1-0 in South Atlantic Conference play. The Eagles will regroup, get ready for 2 conference games next week. Tusculum and Catawba coming to town. As we'll catch up with head coach Mike Mincy on the Domino's post-game report, but you will catch it on our social medias because the men are getting ready to play here in Holt Fieldhouse. It'll be Lenoir-Rhyne and Carson-Newman on the men's court. We'll get you caught up on some stats and some South Atlantic Conference play on the other side as the Eagles win this one 92-72. It's a lot. Eagles had like a 30-point lead throughout most of that game, so 30 minutes on the clock. We'll take a minute to reset and talk you through some post-game action here on the Eagles Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's post-game report starts in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Left wing Rutherford 3 up and kaboom! Torrey Rutherford.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Mike Mincy, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning. Plus, The selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and Food City Player of the Game are all headed your way. The Domino's Postgame Report is brought to you in part by Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles in Mossy Creek. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By Fresh Ideas, good food is a powerful thing. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated coffee. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Back at Holt Fieldhouse, the men getting warmed up as we speak. Carson-Newman women win 92-72 over Lenoir-Rhyne here on the Eagles Sports Network. Ryan Wilkes taking you through all your coverage here on the Domino's post-game report. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Whether you're a student looking for a late-night snack or out to eat with your coworkers, Domino's has a deal for you. Get a large one-topping pizza for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID, 8-piece wings, stuffed cheesy bread, any salad, 9-piece marble cookie brownies, and more. Or get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So all Eagles this afternoon. Again, you won't hear from head coach Mike Mincy on the broadcast, but head to our social medias after the game to catch up with the Eagles head man. So we'll talk about this one a little bit before Tyler Katz takes over for the men's game, but Carson-Newman led by Lindsay Taylor, a 24-point double-double, 24 points, 10 rebounds, extremely efficient from the field. You could see how decisive she was in her decision-making. Back to the basket, she knew what she wanted to do as soon as she got the basketball. That led to a 10 of 13 day from the field. And she was 4 of 5 from the free throw line. And Jen Sullivan not too far behind, 20 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 6 of 8 from 3. So all of her baskets were from three-point range, and talked about how big of shoes she has to fill, filling in for Braylon Weichel, the program's all-time leading scorer. And Sullivan has not missed a beat. Jen Sullivan averaging 21 coming into this game. She had 20 today. The scoring average might take an incremental dip, but nonetheless, she's holding pace here early in the season. Carson-Newman improves to 3-0 and 1-0 in sack play. It was the only South Atlantic Conference contest today between two sack teams, but not a bad one to start off with. Carson-Newman picked to finish first in the sack. Lenoir-Rhyne picked to finish third, but Carson-Newman proved that there might be a little gap in between 1 and 3 this afternoon. The Eagles led by as much as 35. End up winning by 20. LR closed the gap a little bit near the end of the game, but Carson-Newman still incredibly impressive this afternoon. And talk about the spread out scoring. Sullivan and Taylor had a combined 44, but Rutherford added 10, Penland added 8, Gonzalez with 4, Alvey had 5, Hayworth with 3, McMahon, Ladd had 2 apiece, Maddie Knuckles with 6, Abigail Johnson with 6 off the bench, and Caroline Hill added 2 as well. So just incredible from the Eagles today, shooting almost 45%, 38% from 3, but it was really some of the hustle stats that paid off for Carson-Newman. 26 bench points, 42 points in the paint, 18 points off turnovers, 17 Lenoir-Rhyne turnovers, had 21 second chance points, 20 offensive rebounds. I mean, you name it, Carson-Newman really just dominated this basketball game en route to a huge South Atlantic Conference opening victory. For Lenoir-Rhyne, they started to figure it out. They went on a 6-0 run to end the game, but it was too little too late in that first quarter. Again, the Eagles had spurts of 8, 12, and 15. I mean, it was tough for Lenoir-Rhyne to come back after trailing 33-9 after the first quarter, but overall, the Bears shot 42.9%. Tilda Lindstrom had 8. Alexandra Merceron led the way with 14. Gabby Bush added 14. Blakely Crooks with 10. A little bit of a quiet day from Crooks. 6 of her points came from the free throw line. Emily Harmon had 7. Alexa Bennon had 2. Vanessa Jurwitz was a highlight off the bench for Graham Smith's squad with 6 points. Sarah Burton had 8. The UVA Wise transfer, but overall Carson-Newman just did not play into what LR wanted to do. Only 10 turnovers for Carson-Newman. Lenoir-Rhyne, leading into this one, had forced 27 a game for the first 2 games of action. So Carson-Newman did a really nice job not playing into the fast-paced game that Lenoir-Rhyne wanted to play. Even shifted that a little bit, forcing a ton of Lenoir-Rhyne turnovers, only 10 for Carson-Newman. So Mike Mincy, effective in his game plan, knew he needed to be coming into a matchup like this with 4 returning starters and an impact transfer in Sarah Burton. Carson-Newman did exactly that and was clinical this afternoon. So the men getting warmed up on the floor. To preview that game a little bit, the Eagles are 3-1. I'm sure Tyler Castro talked about that. Wins over Lees McRae, Fort Lewis, and King. The only loss coming in Florida to Lake Superior State. The Eagles also won a game against Johnson and Wales just a couple of days ago. So the Eagles coming in this one hot will open up their SAC schedule against the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears here this afternoon. We'll check in on Carson-Newman football while we have a second. Last time we checked in, the Eagles were down 6-0. The score remains, but the Eagles are driving 2nd and 2 on the Wingate 24-yard line. Justin Johnson got the start this afternoon. Jaden Sullivan's leading the Eagles in rushing, 14 yards, only 2 yards per carry, as Carson-Newman actually just knocked in a field goal. Bennett Smith good from 41 to make it a 3-point game with 8:59 to play in the second quarter. So the Eagles real busy, not only here in Mossy Creek, but in Wingate, North Carolina as well. So this is a Domino's post-game report. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Whether you're a student looking for a late-night snack or out to eat with your coworkers, Domino's has the deal for you. Get a large one-topping pizza for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID, or 8-piece wings, cheesy bread, any salad, or cookie brownies. Get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So we will come back to put a bow on this one before the men's game. The Eagles win 92-72. We'll close it out on the other side here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931. More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back here at Holt Fieldhouse to wrap this one up on the Domino's post-game report. Set to speak to Mike Mincy here in just a few minutes. We'll have that video up for you to see as Carson-Newman wins 92-72. Lindsay Taylor is your Food City Player of the Game, so we'll talk to her and have those interviews up momentarily. Carson-Newman wins 92-72. Clinical never trailed in this one, led 33-9 after one, and that was really the deciding factor. Didn't look back after that. So Carson-Newman wins over Lenoir-Rhyne, moves to 3-0 and 1-0 in sack play. We'll have the men's game on the other side. Tyler Katz will have your call. Carson-Newman, Lenoir-Rhyne on the men's side coming up here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.